Hello, welcome to our showroom. With us today, as we talked about, our product of the month for the month of April is Nightstick flashlights. Specifically, as you see here, these are the lime yellow lights. They're intrinsically safe or explosion proof are the two words that we like to use. But also in a video that we sent out a little thing. I believe I said that we had a secret light. Well, truly, it's really not a secret, but just it's a light for us that we haven't done a whole lot with, and we're looking to change that. So in front of us, you see here, we have some weapon lights. And again, my name is Brent, representing NAFCO. This is Mike that represents Nightstick. And Mike has been gracious enough to come by and spend some time with us. And so we're not going to make you wait to the end of our video to see about the weapon lights or gun lights. We're going to keep this thing off right here in the beginning. So Mike, you just let our customers know what they can expect with our lights and about coming into NAFCO here at our showroom in Decatur, or contacting us by email or through Facebook, and we can ship them to them. So Mike, you tell our guys and ladies all about the weapon lights here.
Perfect. Brent, thank you for having me.
Well, just for our viewers watching to notice that these are blue in color. These guns are not real. NAFCO is not here today talking about promoting gun sales. NAFCO does not even offer that as a feature. These are just some demo guns. Again, these are not even real at all. The blue color helps designate that for the majority of the people that know and understand that. So we're just here talking about the lights today. Now, another thing that I almost forgot, as we shoot these videos, I have different friends email and contact and hit me up on Facebook. So Billy in Birmingham, this one's for you, man. You've been on me a little bit about trying to smile a little bit and look like I'm happy. So hey, Billy, when you see this was just for you directly, okay? So again, Mike's going to talk a little bit more about some different lights, but again, the thing to remember about any light, any product that NAFCO offers, the general public can walk in off the street and buy from us. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're just a gun enthusiast, man, woman, it doesn't matter. You just come in and see us. We're going to have a selection of these gun lights in stock on the shelf. We'll be more than glad to help you. So from that, Mike, you tell us about some other lights there.
Yes, sir. Just go ahead and start with the weapon lights. I'm going to start with our compact weapon light. This is our TCM 550. This is a 550 lumen weapon light that can be mounted to essentially any handgun that has a rail system. Again, as I mentioned, it's 550 lumens. It does have two electronic switches that are ambidextrous, so either side of the trigger guard can access the light. And it also does have a safe mode, so you can rotate the bezel back and it will go into an off mode, so it won't inadvertently come on in a range bag or when you don't want it to come on. This light is very popular in the law enforcement community. We have several holster manufacturers that this fits, so again, law enforcement is very big on this light, but I do want to point out that this is also for the gun enthusiast, for the person that has a home defense, a home defense gun. It's a great light, nice, small, compact, and there are a lot of holsters that this light and your gun combo will. Just to reiterate, this is more of a compact weapon light. What I'm going to focus on next is our subcompact lights. These are going to be weapon specific. If you remember, the first one I mentioned can essentially go on any gun that has a rail system. These, however, again, are weapon specific. So what I've got with me is a blue gun. It's a Glock 43. And this light is set for the Glock 43 or the Glock 48. We also have it for the Smith & Wesson Shield, the Springfield Armory Hellcat, and the SIG P365. So this is a light laser combo, and it's a green laser. So similar to the other light, you have two switches on either side of the trigger guard, and either of those can access turning on the light and laser together. You can also go to a light only mode by holding down one side and cycling through the other side button. That'll bring you to laser only or light only. Wherever you leave it, it'll remember that and it'll start in that stage. This is great for the home defense, for the small gun that you may have in your bedside table or your nightstand or your safe at home. The other cool feature with this is it ties us to the bottom of this light, and that's how it charges. There's no need for batteries, so there's no battery cost when it comes to this light. USB rechargeable, you can charge this anywhere you have access to a port.
So now let me ask you this, Mike, with your light, with our weapon lights. Do all lights have the green laser in it, or some just have a flashlight and some have the green laser?
Good question, excuse me. The compact light that we spoke about first does just have white light. So this is light only, on, off, and it does have a strobe function. but that is a separate SKU. So we keep our regular light and strobe models separate. We do have a light just like this in the compact mode that also does offer green laser. And we decided to go with green versus red. We just felt over some of the studies that they did that the green was able to be picked up easier from the operator during the daytime light. Not to mention in the evening, it's a lot easier to pick it up, but during the daytime, green laser was a lot easier for us to pick up. So yes, this model does come also with a green laser option. And then, like I mentioned on the subcompact, there are 6 different models, and they all have light and green laser combo that can be turned on, light only, laser only, and stuff like that. And they are all rechargeable.
Now, as we talk about, especially talk about this light here for the long guns, and as again, it's back to, just to reiterate again, NAFCO's not in the gun selling business, so we didn't even want to bring a long gun in to show, we don't want any confusion, anything at all along with that. So again, this is here, we just have an example of the light, and he'll explain how it works.
Right, yep. So basically what you have here is a dedicated long gun light. We have 3 different models that are similar to this in shape and size with 3 different lumen outputs. There's a 450 lumen, jumps up to an 1100 lumen, which is the one I have in front of me, and then a 1500 lumen. I wanted to focus on the 1100 lumen specifically because this has been the most popular, and this is the one that you guys are going to have in stock for your customers to come in off the street and look at the variety of lights. So what I want to point out here is all of these accessories that you see on the table come with this light. So you can set it up on your weapon with just a regular end cap, which will just be a push button. You can do a half push through for a momentary or a full push through to make it constant on. And again, this is 1100 lumens. There's a Picatinny mount that comes automatically installed on it. There's also an offset Picatinny mount, so you can kind of take it out of the 12 or 3 or 6 or 9 o'clock position and kind of put it in the in-between position. So that comes with it.
Listen, I'm just glad you didn't ask me to try to say that word, explain that, because that's not in my vocabulary.
Yeah.
Picatinny, yeah. Listen, please don't ask me to spell it either, because
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that is not happening. So the other thing I want to point out is the remote pressure switch also comes with it. So you have the ability to choose which switch you want on the weapon. In law enforcement, some don't want to go with this. They'd rather just keep it simple. But if you decide to go with the remote pressure switch, there is also a cable management piece that'll come with it, and this allows you to keep your wires attached to the rail system so you don't have any snags or things like that. On the remote pressure switch, there is a momentary pad, so when you push that, the light will come on momentary, and when you release, it turns off. And then there is a full constant on button with a very deliberate push through, and you would actually hear that click to know that that light is on and permanently on.
Yeah, not sure if you guys can hear that click through our video, but as you do that, it's actually got a click, so you will know that it's on.
Yeah, very deliberate. So if you want it on to stay on, you have that option.
All right, so look, there's for our gun enthusiasts out there, for our law enforcement, for you men and women that cover those categories. Come by and see us. We'll have a selection here. You can check us out on our website as well. And again, we'll have these in our showroom. Well, most likely we have 2 locations here in Decatur. We have our main office, which we're at today, which is on the Beltline. But these lights will probably be at our facility on Moulton Street, which is 1515 West Moulton Street. But either way, we'll have some information, and we'll have these available for you if you want to come by and see them, or maybe come by and purchase one.
Very good.
Now we're going to step over into our lights that affect what I do mostly every day. Again, as you see here, we have industrial safety options. This is a division of NAFCO. We are the safety division. So in that world is the main thing that we get asked for in lights. Again, we mentioned this when we first started. A couple of words. Sometimes people understand, sometimes don't. But these are termed intrinsically safe or explosion proof. So Brent, what does that mean? Well, any of these lights here in this color, that for you guys that are in the gas department, utilities world, in an area that's considered explosion related, we have some plants here locally. We also provide the service of inspecting and installing fire extinguishers. We have one particular facility that has a lot of dust issues, and we can't carry any light of any kind, even in there, even though it's intrinsically safe. What that means is these lights are set safe that when you turn them on, there's no arc that will get outside the light and ever cause an explosion. Because as we know, most flashlights, when you push the button to turn them on, there's a small arc, and so these lights are set not to do that.
Yeah.
And again, one of the nice things about Nightstick that I personally like is the color. This color for Nightstick automatically deems them to be intrinsically safe, or again, explosion proof.
Okay.
So you supervisors that are out in the field, you purchase these lights. We have some different facilities purchasing this light in particular, and we'll talk about the specifics of it in a minute. But when supervisors see this, they know that their people are using the correct light in those applications, and there should not be any fear of any arc from the light.
That's right.
So that's what we're about. So we'll let Mike talk a little bit about the specifics of each one.
Do you think you can spell intrinsically?
Intrinsically,
Right.
negatory, Ghost Rider.
All right. So I also want to point out, you've got the green, the neon green kind of option. You also have a orange, or red is really what we consider it, but it kind of has an orange tint to it. But on several of these lights, you're going to see there's dual light technology. So what I mean by that is there's two different light sources. So not only you're going to have something that may cast a beam, but you're also going to have something that drops a floodlight for more of a work light. So, you know, what I've got in my hand is called Intron. It's our right angle light. It's very popular in the fire service. What I think people like the most about this is, again, that floodlight. So, two-button system. You're going to have a button on your left side. If you're holding your right hand, button on your left side is going to give you that floodlight. So essentially what that does is it gives you an 8-foot path light. All right, so you can have that light on for your path. You can have the forward beam on. You're going to have them both on at the same time should you need to. The other great part about this light is you've got the articulating head. So this rotates up and down. So when it's on your turnout coat, or if you're in the industrial world and you have it's on a coat, you have the ability to take that light and position it where you need it, where you need light, and then kind of be hands-free. The other thing with this is an intrinsically safe all class and all division. That's super important because this can essentially go anywhere worldwide, and by no fault of the light would there be a problem in a gas plant or even a combustible area,
Right.
with dust and stuff like that. So anything to add on that one?
No, again, this is like for you guys, if you need your hands free, like I said, clip it right in your pocket, clip it on your coveralls. Again, several applications. Again, our lights will cross between the fire world or the industrial work world. Again, for anybody that likes these lights, and again, it doesn't have to be work related. This can be for your home use, whatever the case may be. Again, we'll make a plug for that anybody could walk in off the street here at NAFCO and purchase anything that you want. Well, I say anything, as we're talking about gun lights and so forth, there are some items, our bulletproof vests that we offer. And so again, don't think you can come in off the street and say, I see those, can I buy those? Those are specific, they are. But other than that, 95% of the products we offer, the general public can come in and buy these lights. So with that, we'll talk about a different light.
Would you model that for me?
Hey, look at this. Let me put this in my pocket right here to let you guys see. So look here we go. Y'all like that?
Perfect.
We can turn it on here on the side, and again, see right here at my feet, be ready to go. That's a glare, so we'll turn it off, but there we go. So that's how that light works.
Perfect. All right, so moving on to one of our handheld lights. We have a few different varieties of this in different colors. This is very popular in the law enforcement world, but in the color black. And again, it has a 2-button system. It gives you a downward floodlight. So again, if you need to be hands-free, you can be here. I'm looking at something, I can make a note, whatever I need to do. Another cool feature here is it's got a magnet on the tail of it. So if you're working on something where you need to position it on a piece of metal and then turn that floodlight on, you'd have the ability to kind of see what you're working on. 400 lumens out of the forward light. It's got an anti-roll ring too, so if it's something where you have to put it down, it's not going to roll off a table or anything on you. But again, intrinsically safe, all class, all division. So this is something you have no worries bringing this into an environment where you need light. So that's our handheld.
This particular light right here is rechargeable. It comes with a base. It can be charged either by AC in the wall, or it can be charged by DC in your truck. So it comes with a charger, both chargers in the box. Makes it easy, compact. It's got a nice little case, and here's the charging ports for it.
Yeah.
And it's got an indicator on it to let you know when it's charged.
Yeah, good point on that, as it being rechargeable. This is a AA version that we have in our hand, but it comes in a rechargeable version. Even the AA is rechargeable ready, so you can always upfit. But what we like about the the AA is that you get 11 hours of runtime on constant on that forward beam. So that's a tremendous amount of runtime. One other thing I want to point out on this is a glass-filled nylon polymer, and it's super lightweight. I don't know if you can tell how lightweight it is. Very strong. We make it in, not this version, but other models of this. We do make it in an aircraft aluminum, but because of the intrinsically safe side of it, it does come in that glass-filled nylon polymer.
Very good.
Right?
Yeah, and again, as we talk about these lights, you might want to make mention. So, again, don't be afraid for you guys in law enforcement to come in and see we do have lights for that world. Again, this is since we're talking about the industrial safety division of the company, that's why we decided to talk specifically about these lights. But we do have the other lights in stock for law enforcement for everyday use. Use them in your business, your home. Feel free to check out our website or to come in and ask about any of the other Nightstick lights that we do have available.
Very good. Well, let's move on to our box light. Excuse me. This is a 1750 lumen light. It has a rotating head that rotates out 180 degrees. To me, this is almost like a mini scene light. When you activate this light, I'm not going to turn it on because again, it's 1750 lumens on high. You get 6 hours of runtime. It does drop down to 600 lumens, and you double that runtime. So you can hold down that button, it'll turn it on. If you hold it down, it'll step it down to that lower setting. So again, I'm not going to turn it on because that's an extremely light coming at you. But rechargeable, so this can be mounted in a vehicle, it can be mounted at a station, it can be mounted back at the office. It will also have the AC and DC cords that come with it, and there is a direct wiring kit available, so if you want to wire it directly into your car, truck, whatever, you have that capability as well.
Yeah, we do this with some of our utility companies and some of our industrial customers, and it's a nice little package. You can just wire it straight to a fuse panel, and then it's always charging. Again, very lightweight light, even the two together in the case. Very the ease of operation coming in and out. We have sold some other lights in the past that are just difficult to take in and out of the base. So this works very easy. So again, if you were somewhere working, you happen to be down in the hole working, as you see, you can just take it, put it down like that. If you needed it, turn it up, and then again, you can give it several different directions. So great light, does a great job. A lot of our customers are purchasing this light, and they are very, very pleased with how it works, the runtime. And again, we just don't have any issues with these lights. You just turn them on and they work.
Yeah, good deal. So these next three kind of lean towards the personal use and the personal purchase. When we start with a pen light, it's a 30 lumen, just a quick, easy access type light. If almost like a backup light.
If you need to read some electrical panels quickly or something, check
just something simple, low lumens, very quick, to get access to. It's kind of the secondary backup light. You might have a different, more high lumen light with you, but if you need something very quick, you can kind of check it out. So again, intrinsically safe. So that's that light there. As far as this headlamp, again, dual technology. So if you notice, there's two buttons on the top of this. One's going to give you a flashlight, which is going to throw a beam. The other one's going to give you a floodlight, which is going to give you a spread of light. So you're, in a working zone. You don't want blowback from the flashlight part of it. You need to spread that light out a little bit. So it does have adjustability as far as rotating down. So again, if you're working in a position where you need access in this direction, you're not constantly having to, tip your head and whatnot. So this is the headlamp. Again, intrinsically safe.
Yeah, one of the features about this light as well, I didn't bring it out here and lay it down, but this is a rubber strap, which will be great for keeping it on your hard hat. But there's also a cloth strap that comes in the box as well, so if you just want to use this on your head, be ideal for you guys, the hunters that are out there. This would be a light that you could point it, turn it down, look at your feet, help you get yourself in your tree stand, get yourself in the woods to your hunting spot. I know here in the great state of Alabama, it's turkey season, so I have a lot of friends that are spending time doing that. So again, we have a different strap as well. But again, this one would be great. And the rubber part, again, hold it onto your hard hat, nice and easy. Does a great job. As you see here, this spins off. The batteries are here. Makes it very nice, very compact. Sticks right onto the front of your hard hat as well. And again, does a great job.
I'll take 10 seconds since you mentioned hunting and headlamp. So same mold. We have a headlamp that has the LED that'll have a red, green, or white light. The two different buttons, the red and green, are accessed by the left side button, and then the right side will turn on the white light. So if you're going into a tree stand, you don't want the white light to come on, you can have the red or green, and so that would be an option.
Don't want to scare the critters off, do we?
No, not at all.
We want them to come in.
Yep.
And then we'll talk about our last light here. We'll let Mike talk a little bit about this. This is just this light here is rechargeable. Again, we have different applications for our customers. For us at NAFCO, this is actually a new light. but we've had some success with it,
Yeah.
and the people like it, and Mike can talk a little bit about that.
Sure, no problem. So it's a cap lamp. So essentially, like Brent mentioned, this is a rechargeable version of it. We do have a 10-bank charger, so you can have 10 of these charging at any time, pop them out. You got a little stick-on 3M tape that you can put on your hard hat, and then this slides right in there as needed. So again, dual light, that's our recurring comment, because that is our thing. I mean, we're looking for additional light sources for you to make your day easier. So you're gonna have a flashlight with one button, 2 different modes, so a high and a low, and then that's the flashlight. So that's flash, high, low, and then the floodlight, high and low. So, yeah.
Man, that's great. Yeah, listen, man, thank you very much. As you see here, we have a great selection of lights. We've got these in stock, ready to go for you. You can either call us, we'll take care of it, we'll ship it to you. Check us out on the web. We have a way these lights can be ordered. You can just click, put it in your cart, we'll send it to you. Again, come by and see us. If you come by the Bolton Street location, Amy is the one that sits there in the front desk, runs the show. Without her, Brent would be lost. I promise you, Amy does a great job for me. And again, before we finish up here, I want to give a shout out to Peyton. She's sitting up here in the shadows behind the scenes. She's recording all this for us. Very great to have Peyton a part of our team. She does a wonderful job. Again, even though I'm a big fat ugly guy, she does a great job of making me look good. She really does. And so again, if you're interested in any kind of lights for again, you recreational men and women for gun lights, you want to come by and check us out, see what we have. We'll do our best to take care of you and make you happy. Again, for the light world. And again, please don't think that these are the only lights that we offer. We have a gambit of lights, again, for just basic use, law enforcement, whatever the case may be. Again, since we're talking about our industrial safety division, that's where we are. So again, when you see us on the Facebook page, hit the like button. We're having a good bit of followers. We're pleased with that. I'm excited. This is something new to us. We've just really begun over the past few months to do this. But we're doing some things in the electronic world that are working for us, and we're excited about it. So again, thank you as always. I never take that for granted. Again, Mike drove a couple hours. He was with a customer in Tennessee yesterday, and he drove a couple hours to come spend some time with us this morning. So again, I thank you so much for doing that. He did not have to do that, but very, very gracious for that. But again, we always want to say thank you for choosing to do business with NAFCO. Thank you for spending some time with us this morning.